We're here to dedicate and celebrate the college's new University Police headquarters. And I'm so pleased that this day has come. And I want to begin by introducing some of our guests today. First of all, representing our college council is Mr. Morris Stoller. I saw him, he's right there. Give him a round of applause. I would also like to welcome the many leaders of local law enforcement agencies and those from our sister SUNY University Police Departments who have come to Old Westbury today. And they'll be introduced individually a little later in our program. Now, we on campus are excited as this is the first new building to open at Old Westbury since we dedicated the Student Union in 2002. And later this year, our campus will celebrate another grand opening when we cut the ribbon on our new academic center. Just what is it that these new buildings represent? They represent the growth and progress of the State University College at Old Westbury. We have our largest enrollment in the history of our college. We have an award-winning and nationally accredited academic program, and we have a growing roster of undergraduate and graduate degree offerings. So we are on what you might call a roll. We're growing in every possible way. And one of the major supporters when I arrived at this college is standing to my left. He is Chief Michael Yanniello. And when I arrived, we had some severe challenges on our campus, and I needed a partner to help me face many of those challenges. He has been my partner since the very beginning, and he continues to work not only to support his president and this college, but he continues to work to keep me as well as his officers and the students sensitive to the unique needs at the State University College at Old Westbury. I should also say to his colleagues that Chief Yanniello has been very supportive of all of his colleagues. He works very closely with them, and he hopes to bring the best to university policing in the State University system. So I'm very pleased that he is a part of our campus. And I'm pleased that we have been able to create a new home for the men and women of our University Police Department. I've pledged to work with him to provide the best possible resources for our department to do its work. A college experience involves many factors: relationships with students and professors, the friendships they create with their classmates, the students, and the knowledge taken from text and lectures. These are the most important parts of the educational experience. But we must add another factor: the vital importance of ensuring the safety of our students. SUNY has used from time to time a motto to describe the work of its university police departments by saying they are responsible for, quote, protecting New York's future. This motto is a great way of explaining just how important this university police department is. Our students prepare themselves for their own and our state's future. The officers of this department are on hand to protect and serve. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, these professionals work to ensure the safety and security of all who study, live, and work at State University at Old Westbury. And I would be remiss if I did not thank those who worked long and hard to see that this project got to its completion. Let me thank the firm of Graff and Lewitt, and I say that right, I hope, architects, and particularly Mr. Howard Graff, the lead architect for this project. Mr. Graff, where are you? There he is. Give him a round of applause. Let me also thank the Alden Group, the lead contractor on this headquarters building. Alden Group, where are you? Representative of the Alden Group, the contractor's not here? Is he paying? And lastly, I must thank and praise the team of professionals here at SUNY College Old Westbury. Thank you to the men and women of our maintenance and facilities department and the Office of Capital Planning for the work they've done, both for this project overall and for preparing for today's event. In particular, I want to thank Dr. Thomas Del Giudice, Director of the Office of Capital Planning. Tom. Mr. Roger Barnaby of the State Construction Fund. Did you make it? And now let me bring forward the man who really is a blessing to us here. He's been a good friend to this president, and he's somebody that I fully and completely support. Michael Yanniello, the chief of the SUNY College at Old Westbury University Police Department, who will say a few words. Give Mike a big hand.
Well, I would have done anything to speak first, because this often happens. And I want to thank the president for his kind remarks relative to me and the department. And I can say that management of a police department is really only as strong as its members. So I applaud the 20 or so members and the people who have come and gone from the department for the hard work over the years. And for those of you that have some longevity here, and you're going to walk inside this building, and the first words you're going to say are a little bit better than where they were. The dungeony confines of the University Police Department are over. I think this building represents, I think, a very good move insofar as not only the morale for the department, but the image that the police department has with the community. When they walk in here, they're seeing something modern, there's something clean. And the officers, I think, have brought the level of their performance up just by walking into a building such as this and locker rooms such as this. I'd like to introduce some of the chiefs from the SUNY department and outside. Myron Premack from SUNY Maritime, the chief of Stony Brook, and his and then I'd like to introduce, you probably have not met Dan Dugan. Dan's the one who's elegantly dressed here. Dan is the chief of the Village of Old Westbury Police Department. And at the end of the day, this is the person, along with Chief Fisher from Farmingdale, that I am most confident will help us respond that, God forbid, we need some type of concerted effort in response. And thank you very much, Dan, for your hard work. And it's a great police department. Last but not least, Marvin Fisher. You probably know Marvin, he's always here. Let me give you an example of what Mr. Fisher is about. We had a fire, some of you may know. And Lieutenant Cummings was standing next to me, and we were a little bit short on manpower that day. And I said to the lieutenant, you don't have to worry. Marvin Fisher's going to show up here in 20 minutes. Well, it took him 35 minutes, but he did show up. And that's just a relationship that the two sister schools have with one another. We do an enormous amount of things together. And Marvin's been a great personal friend and a really excellent police administrator, so thank you, Marvin. College community that has been very, very gracious to me. You know, I go to many SUNY Chiefs meetings, and I hear some of the chiefs complain about this antagonistic relationship with the community and with both the staff and the academic community. And I can honestly say, I'm in my 14th year, I could never say that. Everybody's been very cooperative. The relationship that we have with student affairs, the people that we are most tied to here, gain strength every day. I want to thank Greg Riviero for keeping these cars on the road and his great staff, which is a full-time job. The way the police department drives, it's a full-time job. So thank everybody. I don't want to be remiss and not mention everyone's names, but for everybody who's been here for us, on behalf of the department, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the college for deciding to spend the money to build this building, because I know we had other issues to deal with, so I want to say thank you. And the police department is very appreciative of the efforts that we put forth to make this building a reality. To Tom and to Roger, thank you under difficult terms dealing with me. But they did an absolutely great job. The architect, who's had some experience in police buildings, put together a nice building here. This is not the Taj Mahal. It is a police administration building. And when you walk through it, think of it in those terms, because that's exactly what it is, and it meets those needs perfectly. So thank you very much. And I guess we're going to cut the ribbon.
You got everybody?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we approach this ribbon, and I want to say that, come on, fellas, with all that's been happening around the country on college campuses, the great dangers that many of our students and staff and faculty face, we really have to thank not only Chief Yanniello and the State University Police that are represented for Old Westbury, but all of his colleagues who have come to share with him today. It's a tough job. There's a lot of pressure. This building not only represents a new home for our police, it represents really something that we all should show, and that's greater respect for those in law enforcement who work so hard to protect our lives. So we cut this ribbon today to dedicate this new building on behalf of the State University of New York University Police, but also on behalf of all police professionals everywhere who work for our safety. Now,
Before you cut, I need everybody to look at my camera.
oh, all right. 1, 2, on 3. 3.